Now, I don't know if y'all been keeping up with your mumble rap scriptures or not, but there's been some heavenly crank bestowed upon us in the book of Leviticus. And let me tell you something, this shit is fire. I go as far as saying this is one of the best albums of the year. I'm casting my vote in early, like a singer bitch. The results are in like shit. Nicki can bitch and moan all she wants to about her album sales.
You think Harriet Tubman was walking around with a fucking nice shiny fucking dress on with a fucking crown on her head when she was taking slaves to freedom?
Astroworld deserves every sale that shit gets. This shit all hits, no misses. All smashes, no passes. This album is the exact opposite of the way that Travis Scott plays basketball. Because goddamn, that man is some shit when it comes to playing basketball.
He can't play. No disrespect whatsoever, but I'm sorry to tell everybody the truth. The man cannot play the game of basketball. He has small hands. He can't catch the ball. He's got bad feet. He can't really move, even though he's mobile. Doesn't really know what he's doing. Doesn't have a post move that he puts to memory that he can do 2 times in a row. He has no game whatsoever. Plays no defense. Doesn't have the heart, the passion, or anything that comes with it.
Like, have y'all ever noticed that it seems like every rapper besides J. Cole and 2 Chainz have just never picked up a basketball before in their life? Like, this man went into fucking anaphylactic shock trying to dribble in a straight line. As if your player bill wasn't already bad enough. Now you're telling me you don't even know how to use your limbs. You know, you are doing exactly what you were put on this earth to do. Hoop dreams should have never been something that crossed your mind. Because this is pitiful. Goddamn. Is that? Body ass. But back to what I was saying. Every song on this album was heat. Especially Yosemite. Oh my god. Gunna, you goddamn goat. This song is by far my favorite song off the album. Even with Nav sounding like a fucking dung beetle at the end because nobody bothered to mix his fucking verse. Like, what was the point of having a 15-second verse at the end? I feel like at that point that's just a waste of money. You already disrespected this man by giving him that short of a verse, and now you're not even gonna mix his shit. Like, as much as Nav could have cranked it, Gunna Goat was all we needed. Like, step your bum ass aside. You're not wanted.
Go ahead, move it. Move it.
Xbox mic sounding ass.
We landing at tilted again?
Face ass. But what struck my attention is the song after it, because while none of the features were listed, some of them were pretty obvious who they were. Like, you could tell it was Drake on Sicko Mode, you could tell it was Gunna on Yosemite, but on Can't Say, the first time I heard that shit, I didn't know who the fuck that shit was.
You can't save, I'm not enough. Smoking hella weed, I'm on that alcohol.
I was listening to that shit thinking it was like a mixture of Akon and Sean Kingston. I was thinking I was about to hear the somewhere in that verse. And then when I finally brought it upon me to look up the list of the features and shit, I still didn't know who this was. I was just like everybody else. I was looking at this man's name like,
Who the fuck are you?
who is this? Like, get this fake ass Samaj TV off the features list. Fucking ramen noodle head ass. Looking like the fries of an Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I'm on that ass. So then I went on his social medias only to find out that this man had 1,000 followers on Twitter at the time that I checked that shit. 1,000 followers, and he was following 400 people. Like, for someone who is just on Travis Scott's album, you would think your social media would be pushing at least in the 6 figures. This man has an average Joe ass ratio. This man got the same ratio as everybody who follows people and then unfollow them when they follow back. Like this could have been me, like shit. Like, when I first saw his Twitter, I thought that shit was a fan account, till I went and checked his SoundCloud, and lo and behold, he only had 1,000 followers on there when I checked. Then I went on YouTube, he only had 2,000 subscribers, which led me to believe that there's no way this man has been rapping for that long. And while part of me acknowledges that this is like anybody's dream who just goes and picks up a mic that the minute they start rapping, they get like their favorite rapper's attention, and that rapper wants to collab with them on a whole song, another part of me was like, this shit doesn't really add up. So at this point, I'm thinking there's either 1 or 2 reasons why Don Toliver is on this album. He's either friends with Travis Scott, so they already knew each other ahead of time, or maybe he's an industry plant. Now, hear me out for a second. Let's be realistic here. How likely is it that someone as busy as Travis Scott is having that much free time to dig around and find your music with no real buzz or traction? Like, y'all see how mad I get when y'all send me your links to your trash ass music?
Bitch, I'm eating stinking lobster. Hey, yo, bitch, suck me and she really was the opposite. So I fucked this bitch once and I stopped it. Look, my name is Max, I'm looking like a little vomit.
Croc Gang, Croc Gang, Croc Gang, Croc Gang, Croc Gang, Croc Gang. It's not CROK. CROC, that's the name.
Imagine how somebody like Travis Scott feels. That man probably getting music links every other second. You really think he's wasting that much time digging through all those links trying to find the one that's actually good? Cause let's not get it twisted here. Don Toliver killed his verse on Can't Say. That song go crazy. Like I was on my real Soul Illuminati shit listening to that song. I was listening to that joint like these. He didn't have a fucking Nav verse he submitted to Blackboard at 11:59. Like this man had damn near half the song. Obviously your shit gotta be good to have that big of a chunk to a song for a major artist, alright? But even still, can you imagine a rapper that big to even want to give somebody that small the time of day, let alone a spot on their album? This man literally had no fans outside of the people that he already knew, and you would just expect me to believe that Travis just so happened to stumble across his music? I mean, it's possible, but then again, it's not. And that wasn't born yesterday. And for those of y'all that don't know, there's not really a clear-cut definition of what an industry plan is. But basically, an industry plan is when an artist gets a come up and the fan base doesn't really match up to them getting that come up, and then you're wondering how they got it in the first place. Or when an artist blows up in the industry with little to no support from anyone outside the industry. So basically, this man's a fraud. A big, fat phony. Yeah, you heard that right. I'm calling plant. This guy's a plant. Hey everybody, this guy's a plant. This is the most blatant case of industry plannery I've ever seen. Not to mention this man just so happened to sign to Travis Scott's label right after Astroworld dropped. I mean, goddamn, that's like a D1 prospect committing to a college and then next week they're buying a charger. Seems like some behind the scene work went on. And the fact that people have tried to argue that Travis Scott was an industry plant is not really helping out your case, Playboy. I mean, in a way, that's kind of the label's job to give their artists that they sign what they need to succeed. We just live in an era now where for the most part we're able to decide who blows up and who doesn't. And that makes it pretty noticeable when somebody doesn't organically make it to the top. I mean, me personally, I could really care less who's an industry plant or not. Like, if the music's good, the music's good. The crank hides from no man. Only time I feel like the concept of an industry plant is bad is when the label tries to hide the fact that they're signed. Like what Chance the Rapper is trying to do. Or they just keep forcefully shoving these artists in our faces hoping that they'll grow on us eventually. Like, bitch. And if y'all about to be out here trying to convict people like Logic and Post Malone for being a plant, well then goddamn it, I'ma call the one that I think I see. Now there's a pretty good chance I don't know what I'm talking about, and you know, maybe it's just a cosign. But even still, it's like, how did the cosign even come about when you're that small? The only thing this man really has going for him is that they're both from Houston. But even then, it's like, it didn't look like he was making that much buzz in his own area. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm from the DMV and we don't fucking support anybody until you've already made it. That this doesn't look realistic. Maybe y'all from Houston a different breed. That shit wouldn't even exist around here. But yeah, I'll leave it up for y'all to decide. Is Don Toliver a plant, or is it all just luck? Will Nicki ever come to terms with
Second place.
Will y'all ever stop sending me shit music? And will videos ever start coming out quicker than once a month? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball CGE.